What's up, boys? Welcome back to another Warframe video. Today we become Kratos from God of War. We're going to be stomping around, getting super angry, and then throwing our battle axe around. So here's the build. We're going to be getting a lot of power strength, and I mean a lot, right? As much as you can get. So we're here with 337%. We're going to get growing power, power drift, Augur Seekers, Blind Rage, basically anything with power. Go ahead and shove it in here because it will probably work. So, and then also make sure you get Streamline and Flow, just because this much power with Blind Rage is gonna cost you a lot of energy, and you might not be able to cast everything all at once. So, Flow or a Prime Flow will do. Stretch will help us increase the range of our Stomp, Roar, and our Sentient Wrath. Right? That's where the second Stomp comes from. The combo is gonna be you want to Roar. Maybe after you have your Iron Skin on, so you're going to Roar, then go ahead and proc your 1, which will open them up for percentage damage vulnerability, so they take more damage, and then you want to give them that Stomp, right, which is going to knock them out, do a significant amount of damage, because it's been amplified, and just stun them in the air. Now, you could also do Roar, and then just double Sentient Wrath, which honestly does the most damage. And then after you do that, enemies that do die, because you'll be using this in Star Chart level missions, not really for Steel Path or anything that high, but after you spam your 1 with your Roar on, eventually enemies will start dying in midair, because these kind of knocks them up into the air, and then boom, they die. Now, I added the Saxum set because lifted enemies explode on death, dealing 30% max health as impact damage in a 30-meter radius. So as enemies die in midair, one of those enemies is going to proc this, and it's going to do even more damage in the middle of the air. This basically makes it even more spicy. A spicy Kratos build. Now, as far as your arcanes go, I'd go with Energize because you're going to be spamming a lot. And then, I don't know why, but I have Victory here. Honestly, put whatever you want. It doesn't matter. For your weapons, make sure you have something reliable for your primary. For your secondary and your melee, make sure you have the Saxum mods. For the secondary, it's the Saxum Spittle. And then for your melee, you want to have the saw. You want to have a saw. And then you're going to be using the Saxum Thorax mod. Now, you're going to need Exodia Contagion so that when you do double jump in the air, you'll be able to throw the projectile, which is going to be Kratos' axe, basically. And that's going to be doing a lot of damage. Now, make sure you have Zenuric just to give yourself even more energy, because you're going to be using a lot. I keep emphasizing this because you will be using a lot of energy. And then last but not least, for your Parazon, make sure you use Power Drain so you can get that extra 50% ability strength on your next ability. Basically, if anyone's ready for Mercy Kill, because you'll be doing a lot of impact damage anyway, kill that guy, and then your next Roar or your next Stomp will be doing 50% more ability power strength damage. Now, this is what the build looks like when you're spamming a lot. So we're going to be using this against Infested, level 170 Infested, mostly just Chargers because they're just health values. We could use Corpus like Crewman because it also does a significant amount of damage against their shields. So shields are not an issue. The only issues we've got are just armor. So, but whenever that happens, right, because we'll be using a Roar and our Stomp, the Axe will basically take care of them. So you don't have to worry too much about that. So let's just try out spamming first. Let's go ahead and get our thingy here. We're going to Roar, and then we're going to hit them with that Stomp. 9,000, and they're basically dead. So let's hit them again. And then one of them actually procs the Saxum set. But, I mean, they're all dead, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now let's try it on one Corrupted Heavy Gunner, just so that we can really pay attention as to what's going on here. We're going to get our energy. We're going to use our Roar. We're going to put him in the air. And then our Axe that we throw should do a significant amount of damage to him. And this is not the most optimal build either. So this is doing a lot of damage. Because we have the Roar and the vulnerability percentage, because he's open to more of 100% bonus damage right now. So he is going to take 100% more damage. Plus the Roar, we're getting buffed a lot. At the end of the day, guys, you'll be stomping around once again. Stomp, or maybe stomp with your ultimate. You'll be crowd controlling them. You'll be doing damage. And you have the fancy axe because of the Contagion thing. Looks like your melee weapon, but you know what? The saw kind of does look like an axe. If you squint really hard, it kind of does. But there you go. That's the build, guys. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments. Do you guys want to see more Warframe clips, more Warframe videos just like this? Because I've been thinking about, for some reason, just wanting to play VR Skyrim. I really do feel like playing VR Skyrim and just kind of starting from scratch there and going through the game all over again, because I kind of cheated with that bug that happened. But yeah, I kind of want to do it for realsies, right, on Skyrim, and I want to do it in VR. So if you guys want to see that, or if you guys have any games you want me to play or go over, please make sure to write that down in the comments down below. And that's it, guys. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.
So it's sing to the void, I mean girls and me boys from other ends we go. We'll be